Hey, how's it going, guys? Admiral Tori here, and welcome aboard for another video on my channel. In today's video, I am going to start a Let's Play or playthrough with a game called Total War Shogun 2. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be doing two separate campaigns, two different time periods. One with the current base game, Shogun 2, in 16th century Sengoku Jidai, which is katana on katana, and another playlist with Fall of the Samurai, which takes place in the 1800s or the 19th century, which you have guns, katanas, ships, cannons, and they are completely different in terms of playstyle. I struggle more with Fall of Samurai because there's more dynamics to understand how to use infantry compared to the original game, which is katana on katana. The good old bow, some fireworks, I wouldn't say fireworks, but demolition type of objects, and of course there are muskets in this game. So why am I doing two at the same time? Well, sometimes I feel like using guns, and sometimes I feel like playing the traditional honorable way of Shogun 2. So without further ado, we're gonna be doing with the clans first in this particular part of the episode, because you gotta begin somewhere. We got several different clans, and for people who don't have an idea of what Total War is about, Total War is a RTS franchise. Now, they mainly focus, in the beginning at least, on RTS strategy games with historical periods like Napoleon, Rome, what else? Attila, and in our case, Sengoku Jidai, the Japanese warring period where people are struggling for power. Now, we have several different clans at our choice to pick. There is the Chosogabe, I think that's how you pronounce it, Chosogabe. You got Shimatsu, Hojo, Mori, Oda, Date, Takeda, Tokugawa, and that's a really hard one to pronounce, is it Uesugi, and the Otomo. Now, Otomo is a DLC clan, and these are mainly the base clans, so if anyone interested in buying this game, these are the clans that you're going to be playing. Now, each clan is headed by a lord, of course. I forgot the name, a feudal lord. There's a term for it. We'll find out later. This is basically the Japanese version of medieval Europe. If you think of medieval Europe, which is the more popular image compared to Japanese medieval times, you have the castle controlled by the king and queen, which are the lords of that land. And if someone steps into their land, they get into some kind of dispute, and then there's two different kings fighting each other, and someone wins, they take over the land, and they decide what to do. In this case, this is Japan, medieval Japan. We got different clans, different families, and there's a lot more in the game. It's just that they've given us the major clans that fought during this particular warring period. Yeah, and it is a struggle for power to control Japan. Currently, Japan is under what you call the Shogun. Now, Shogun is not the emperor. There is actually an emperor. The emperor is a religious figure that was sent down from, like any other religious figure, sent down from the heavens, picked as the human being to rule the people. But all power is controlled by the Shogun. The Shogun, in terms of historically speaking, they're considered the I know there is a exact way to describe it, but the great general. Basically, the general that controls the army, and if you have control of the army, you're the dictator of the land of Japan, right? Or any land. You have the control of the army while you got a religious figure who the people look up to. And that particular emperor, he doesn't quite have power in the sense of doing whatever he wants with Japan. And that will come later in the Fall of Samurai historical line, where everything was being pushed to the Meiji Restoration. That's a whole nother story, but right here, what happened? What happened in Shogun 2? And you will find out with the intro and cutscene. So, what clan am I going to pick? That is a great question. Now, each clan have their own specialty, initial challenge, start year, and provinces. Provinces, for my American viewers out there, is like states, or in Europe, it's like countries, or in Canada, it's like province. There are many different provinces, each are controlled by a lord. And I really want to figure out what word. Daimyo. Daimyo. That is the name for, or the description for lord in the Japanese sense. So it's called daimyo. Now remember, yeah, each controlled by daimyo, who's the head of the family. As you might have noticed, there are descriptions of each of these clans. Some of them even have Chinese descent, like this one, Cho Sokabe, Shumatsu. Now, you notice that they all have their own masters of the land, which is their unique characteristic as a unit. So when you're fighting, your units will be better than the other units in these particular characteristics. So for Cho Sokabe is specialized in bow infantry and farms and, you know, all sorts of stuff. Shimatsu, katana. You can see him hold a katana. Hojo, demolition type of stuff. And they are usually economical, not economical. They deal with economics mainly because they're next to the ocean, of course. Mori is the masters of the seas or masters of the waves. Oda, a very famous clan from this particular period. They were really the most well known. And then something happened because then Tokugawa took over, which is another clan, and it's the masters of intrigue, which is ninjas. Takeda, horse, cavalry. Uesugi, warrior monks. Yes, there's monks in this game. Otomo, masters of guns. They have gunpowder if I want to go with gunpowder. I think that's why it became a DLC. And there's Date, which is the Nodachi samurai. This is where you get your famous modern day recognition of Japanese samurais, the katana rush when they say banzai. Yeah, Nodachi is a longer sword. So what am I going to pick? Well, that's a great question. I would personally want to do... I mean, there are easy initial challenges, like these clans. I want to do Takeda. And why? Well, I think it's pretty cool. They look very cool. Not really into cavalry, which the funny thing is, right? I'm not taking use of, or making use of their masteries. But really, it doesn't matter because eventually you will get all the types of units in this game. It's just a matter of which one you want to specialize in the beginning. So difficulty is going to be on regular, short campaign. Should I do a domination? Do I dare do a domination? Let's do domination. Why not? Who cares? So let's do Takeda. Takeda men are almost born in the saddle, and they are rightly respected for the mastery of horses and cavalry warfare. Under their daimyo, Takeda Shogun, the clan have opportunities and threats on all sides. Hence, initial challenge, hard. They have fought off repeated invasions from neighboring Shinano province and battle against the Hojo and Imagawa. This has made them formidable warriors. As a result, the Takeda clan recruit and train cavalry much more efficiently than other clans. They can also produce a superior class of horsemen to anyone else, and may be those horsemen who carry the Takeda daimyo to the shogunate. Yes, that's pretty awesome, right? really good short description of Takeda. They instill fear to their enemies. So 1545, 16th century, Portuguese, you know, they're doing their routes around the world, and America has not been discovered yet. I don't think they have been discovered until maybe they were, maybe 1600s. I think they were discovered 1600s. So maybe I don't recall. Maybe 1500s or 1400s. Yeah, but let's not, you know, pick around those particular facts and worry about what's happening in Japan. Also, I'm gonna be doing a lot of editing because this game takes forever to load. There's a lot of information going back and forth with this game. So hopefully I can do the job and watch through all the parts of my videos when I'm recording some Shogun gameplay. They also have a very great art, Japanese art, and quotes. So opportunities multiply as they are seized. Extract from The Art of War, Sun Tzu, a very famous Chinese military strategist. I guess that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, really old, BC, 544 BC. It's all about the history when it comes to the Total War series.
1545. This is Sengoku Jidai, the age of the country at war. For 200 years, the Ashikaga shoguns have ruled from Kyoto. Great splendor and power were theirs. Now the overmighty clans no longer obey. The time has come for a new warlord to become Shogun. But who will be victorious? Takeda lands have always provided for our people. Our enemies are many and envious. They threaten our borders and look for any weakness. To be Takeda is to be born in the saddle. We are master horsemen. Our cavalry are stone tall. Let others march. We ride. We fly. Like storms in the mountains, we thunder in battle. Bisha Mountain, the war god, has woken. Now is the time to defeat our enemies. All will bow to the Takeda clan. We wait no longer. Destiny calls! We are the Takeda. Masters of Kai province for centuries, we have always faced aggression from neighboring clans. While we have come to terms with the Imagawa and the Hojo in recent years, the Shinano warlords have been unrelenting in their crusade to seize our lands and crush the clan. Our first priority should be to ensure that an end is put to the Shinano incursions. The Murakami of North Shinano have repeatedly invaded Kai, so bringing them to heel will afford us the chance to build up our military strength. From there, we can proceed into South Shinano, establishing a position at the heart of Honshu, and securing a source of quality stone to supplement our construction and trade efforts. Our relationship with the Imagawa has grown strong in recent years, and I recommend keeping this as such. Their aid would be most welcome should hostilities resume against the Hojo and we expand into the Kanto area. As our clan grows in stature, the Shogun is bound to take action against us. Our proximity to Kyoto makes us a potential threat to the Shogunate, and we must be prepared to withstand his attempts at subjugation. If they do not relent, then we will be forced to take action ourselves for the greater good of Japan. In that event, we must be prepared to fend off all who would attack us, no matter from where that threat emerges. If the Shogun wishes to halt our expansion, let him come here and reckon with us himself.
Oh yes, we are ready for war.
Is to become Shogun, military ruler of all Japan. We must defeat the current shogunate, the Ashikaga clan, capturing and holding the capital of Kyoto.
You know what, I will fill you guys in with that one because I played this game for quite a number of times. Actually, it's been a while. Can we, let's disable it. Yeah, why not? Where is Advisor. Campaign advisor, none. I don't know what that is. I hope that's the guy who's talking to us. So, let's see. Search continuously for. Okay. Not my concern. Now, this game is great because you got the map of Japan. So, it's kind of like a game of Monopoly. You're on the outside. But don't worry. Don't worry. Some people find this boring because, you know, you're watching pieces move from point to point. There's actually real-time battle. Real-time strategy battles, like in the battle where you control units. So that's gonna take some time to get going. But before we can do anything, I need to explain to people about what's this UI. Map of Japan, resources, don't worry about this for now. Now, each portion of Japan specialize in certain things, and these are the castles owned by certain warlords. There's their farm, there's a castle. Have not been discovered yet because I need to move my units around. Enemies are described or shown from the border with this red line. Red line means enemies, blue line means we're trading with them, and well, if you're trading with the province, that means we're friendly, and the white line is indifferent or neutral. Now, just because white line is indifferent or neutral, for any diplomatic reasons, we can have some hostility, like the red line. Yeah, besides that, that's all you need to know. Here's my unit piece. I need to build my unit. I'm going to beef up with some Yari Ashigaru. Very cheap civilian trained units. These are not highly trained samurais, as you will see later on. So you notice that there's a trail showing the trades. Hit this button right here, diplomacy. These are all the people that I've met so far. As you go about or spot any other clans, it gets bigger, the list, you know, all that sort of stuff. Current enemies, we are with the Murakami. We are trade partners with Hojo, allies with Imagawa. Now, Imagawa is a big player during the Sengoku Jidai. So, Hojo, Kiso is next door. Now, we can figure out our current stance with these guys. Hostile, which is the one we're going to war. Friendly, indifferent, potentially can be friendly or go to war. And as you notice on the map, as I hover over, it tells them how big their province and how they react to different provinces. Red means that they're enemies with, especially like really enemies with. Light red or medium red means that they're likely to be enemies or have some bad relationship. And yeah, basically that's it. So right now we are doing just fine in Kai. These guys are trading with us. Everyone in the north we don't like, and these guys are neutral definitely. So that's diplomacy. We can ask to exchange money, declare wars, trade, and all sorts of stuff that you expect from diplomacy. Clan management tells you about your current situation, what you should be doing. Yeah, and rewards for. So there's like missions, and if you complete these missions, you will get rewards, but you don't really need to complete these missions. It's not required. Family tree. These are actually real people until you go really downwards. These are actually historically real people. Well, at least from the top. So Takeda Shogun is a very famous figure during the Sengoku Jidai. Nobushige, Nobukado, I think these guys are also pretty top-notch, well-known. Records, yeah, we're not gonna care about that. Moving along, we go into the masteries of arts. This is like in RTS games, you start with like really crappy stuff, and as time goes by, your technology or your overall, how would I say it? Your units, your buildings, your infrastructure starts to upgrade. Basically, it's the upgrade. There are two particular choices, two trees. Civil, which is the way of the chi, and the other one is Bushido. So I have a choice between the two. Some people might say it's the way of Kai. I think it's Chi. So if I want to start with civil, I go with way of Chi. What I normally like to do is to max out my farm first, which is this. Now this hourglass is the number of turns that's required for me to max it out. So first I gotta get this, then get that, and then get that. So total of, I believe, 12 turns, 12 seasons, so 3 years. Bushido, as you will notice, these cards will tell me what I unlock. So for instance, if I train to get the form, I will get the Great Guard unit, the Bajutsu Mastery Dojo, and at the end that is the maximum. The goal is not to max out everything unless you're going to play this game for like a century. That's not going to be the case. Here, there's guns right here. So we're going to click on that and try to master it. What else? Finance. Finance is very crucial. We can control the taxes. We can exempt taxes from certain provinces. Our lowest public order is Kai, because that's the only province we own. Trade. There are goods, certain goods that we want to get. Yes, goods actually exist. It's just not making money. We can have iron goods, which will be great for crafting certain armor or katanas, whatever the case it is. Incense, yeah. All sorts of stuff. It'll tell us what we're trading with, what we have to trade. They have horses, or we're exporting horses because we're the clan of horses. Tariffs, all sorts of good stuff. Now on the bottom right corner, this is the food supply. So if it goes negative, your people are starving, which is not good. Hence, I'm going to max out my farmland first. And by doing that, I can build improved farms. So you notice that you can see the little farm being built. We want to improve the roads, which increases the replenish rate and mainly the movement range, which we will notice. Right now, I'm going to max out these two. This is our income per turn, and this is our treasury currency, or like our total savings. And right now it is spring. Once we end this turn, I think it's spring. Yes, it's spring. Once we end this turn, it's going to turn summer. And the turn again is going to turn, yada, yada, yada. Enemies are raiding my border. I am going to move my general, my unit, into the castle. And make them fight at my castle. Construction-wise, yeah, that's all you really need to know for this game. So, let's end the turn. And so when I hit the end of the turn, it's going to go through all the clans. And I'll let it go through for all of them for now. To show you guys what's the deal.
Yari-Ashigaru provide excellent defense against enemy cavalry charges, but their tight formations leave them vulnerable to missile troops and skilled infantry units.
Alright. Scumbag is over here. I'm gonna take out the scumbag. Really, I can just auto-resolve this battle, meaning that... So, okay. So, strength of force. Clearly, I have a higher chance of winning. So, which means that I don't have to go through the trouble of dealing with these guys, which may happen a lot of times, but once the game progresses, it gets more difficult. So, I'm going to do auto-resolve. And if I really want to fight in the battle, I would click that, or I can retreat. So, here's the battle results, or the after-action report. No need to care about it. Finish these guys off. I mean, it's just no point loading in. Cool. Chop him up. Rank up my Shogun. Takeda Shingen. General is ready to develop his skills, having honed his ability to command through fighting the clan's enemies. And look at that, I'm out of turns. So the more things I do, the less thing I can do afterwards, right? So I have a limited amount of moves with this particular piece. Now I did lose some units. As long as I'm inside my, well, any land I own, I can replenish. So it'll take 4 turns. Right now I can level up my my general. So what I find that is very important is to increase this skill, which increases the number of, well, my turns. If I put it that way, I don't know how to describe my travel distance. I always max out first. Retainers. Rally ability. I'm gonna do that. Alright, we gotta continue recruiting. The more I recruit, the less income I get because, well, it's upkeep costs. Military alliance.
Consider my words with care.
Why not?
Likewise your response.
So we're making friends right now. Don't worry. One thing about this game, you don't trust anybody, okay? And I promise you guys that. You'll find that once we hit episode 20-ish. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of games. I don't know. Whatever the case is. So for right now, I'm just gonna keep upgrading my stuff here. Or let time go by. Okay, winter. Here's the thing about winter. Yes, there's seasons. A lot of people think it's just aesthetics, but you don't usually you shouldn't attack or invade someone's province during the winter because then you go through attrition. Because it doesn't make sense for your men to sit out in the cold and try to survive and fight the enemy. They're gonna be tired, and chances are usually you should lose, but since I'm facing computers, of course, that won't be that big of a problem. So that's the thing. So you have to time your turns. And of course, your distance of travel. We're still enemies with North Shinano. I'm going to continue to build my army, because that was the goal. I should not do that one. Let's do this one.
Ideal for riding down fleeing enemies or driving off missile troops. This fast, light cavalry are vulnerable against well-trained infantry.
Yep, very cool cutscene. See it a million times. It's time to invade. So spring. Usually you want to start attacking by spring. Alright, let's see. And keep those guys at home. Let's go, full force. Castle's right here. Ah, not enough turns. Or not enough chance to get over there. But don't worry, we have plenty of time. Alright, we have mastered some sort of skill. Good thing. And what was I supposed to do? Okay, there we go. Forgot diplomacy. We can trade. I forgot to do this. Request a trading agreement.
Speak, and I will listen.
Start trading with everybody whenever you can. Nope, that's not it. Am I trading with Imagawa? Why not? They're allies.
Our friend is all.
This will increase our economy, which is great. Time to screw this guy up. Because yeah. Alright, let's do it. I could auto resolve the battle, but I choose not to because it's more efficient to do it myself, assuming that I'm competent enough. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do it for now, just to show you guys a little taste of what it looks like in battle, even though I'm pretty much guaranteed to win if I don't screw up. I should win, even though I'm a little bit rusty. And of course, here's another quote. If words of command are not clear and distinct, if orders are not thoroughly understood, the general is to blame. But if his orders are clear and the soldiers nevertheless disobey, then it is the fault of their officers. Sun Tzu. There's a lot of Sun Tzu quotes. Alright, so weather condition, dry is usually the best, but you know, it doesn't matter. And in every beginning battles, there's always some sort of speech, victory speech, battle speech, I don't know. We can watch it. Just for now.
敵軍を自国に送るのじゃ。敵にとってはここが正念場。しくじれば歴史にも残らん。いつの日か歌人が悲しい歌にして読んでくれることじゃろう。今日の敵は武士の誇りのかけらもない奴らだ。野心生まれで蔑まれながら死ぬ。奴らの腐った屍は恥という名の棺桶で葬られる。命令はただ一つ。この城を落とすことじゃ。たやすいとは思わぬが必ずできるはずじゃ。皆に名門の証見せて信ぜよう。この栄えある勝利は我らのさらなる勲章となる。
Beautiful, beautiful speech. Absolutely glorious. Yeah, it captured the castle. Stop stealing my job. Alright, well, cavalry is going to be very useless right now. So we're not going to be using cavalry for now. So we can position the units whatever I want, wherever I want to put them. Units have ranks, believe it or not. Let's do it this way. Now, I haven't really... Let's say... I haven't really... mastered this game, even though I play a lot. I just play a lot of it, doesn't mean that I'm great at it. So, that's a heads up. Actually, we want to come from the shortest side. Put this guy here, my general. This will be important. Let's group them. Loose formation. Put them here. Alright.
Take time to explore the battle user interface.
Don't worry,
Press
we will.
buttons and click on graphics for details of their function. Further information is available through tooltips when hovering over an item, or from the encyclopedia accessed via the encyclopedia.
Alright, let's see what they have. We got Yari Ashigaru. Garu. They got retainers, which is every castle you should have. They got bowmen. And more Yari Ashigaru. I'm gonna first start off with I'm gonna start off with harassing these bowmens. We're gonna have loose formation. Yeah, I'm just charging all the way in. General. Okay, so General has an influence circle. You want this to be in your group as much as possible to maintain the morale. Okay. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Godspeed. It's very cool to see this type of things going off. Let's go, let's go. Tight formation. Let's move these guys. Alright, where's my general? Hopefully my general doesn't get killed. Yeah, that's the worst thing that could ever happen. A general get killed. These guys are just taking a beating. Let's move a general over here. move my cavalry over here, just in case. I don't know what I'd be using them for. Hurry up, hustle. Start going through. We broke through the gate. We burned down the gate.
The game speed control.
Yeah, we understand. It's very intuitive. Hold this line. Come from behind. Rally. Maintain. Alright, we can start going in. Start moving up my bowman unit. We want to kill the general.
A glorious victory will soon be yours.
Whoa, gentlemen, what are you guys doing here? Maintain this. That's a lot of men.
Our general is in grave
Who
danger.
could be shooting us? It's one of those defense towers, right? I'm guessing. Okay, you guys gotta be doing something. Come on now. Get behind them. Crush them from behind. Hustle, hustle. We gotta use these guys efficiently. Here comes the crush. Woo! And where's my blood effects? I swear I had blood. Probably have to turn it on later. We can inspire units. Let's hold the fire here. I don't want friendly fire. These guys are holding up quite well. Oh no, we lost one of the units. Ah, I didn't pay attention. Oh, don't worry, we will avenge. We shall avenge. Charge! We'll slaughter them all. Yeah, I'm very rusty. You can tell. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We lost quite a lot. Don't worry. Maybe one. Come on. It should be over now. Or we gotta capture. Oh, there we go.